Daniel, you're live, my man.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Out there in the beer world, we are Packrim, and thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
As always, we are here live Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, as today is Wednesday.
Yeah,
so we have some lovely beers in front of us. And also, as always, we got John Roy playing in the background.
Nice. They're our boys.
We got some beautiful beers from Parallel 49 here.
Well, why don't you talk about them?
Let's talk about them. As always, we've got their craft lager, we've got Jerkface 9000, we've got their Gypsy Tears Ruby, we've got the Trash Panda, and we've got the Filthy Dirty IPA. We're going to the. You wanted to do these two, right? I
want you to compare the Trash Panda and the Filthy Dirty because they're both IPAs.
Yes.
One is juicy, one is not.
First of all, let's zoom in to their wonderful labeling.
Alrighty.
Okay, these guys, awesome labels, super fun. If you've been down to their brewery, they got a new tasting room that they just put millions of dollars into. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you can see in there, they really, I love it when guys have put a bunch of money into their tasting rooms because you really get the idea of their brand and what they're about. You know?
Right.
When you go in there, it's like a street setting. It feels on the inside. They've got a food truck right inside, but it's like half food trucks.
Yeah, they do.
Food truck.
Right.
Graffiti everywhere, chain everywhere.
It's dope as hell, man.
Gangster.
It's gangster in there.
Gangster. And it kind of comes out in their art. And this is actually, they found an artist in East Van. I know you're laughing because I talk about this every time.
No.
But it's an awesome story.
I'm not sorry I'm laughing. I'm laughing because everybody's already calling for Grace. That's why.
Who's calling for Grace?
Grace!
Anyhow. But we're gonna go right into their new one right here. This beautiful one, and it has quickly become my favorite beer that Parallel 49.
It's by far my favorite. Second to Jerkface.
It's the Trash Panda IPA, and it's like a hazy IPA.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy drinking. It's lovely. It's got a picture of a trash panda on there.
We'll smash it out.
Fantastic.
I love the attention to detail, how they change literally everything, even the cans, the color of the caps.
Yes.
They're all different. Let me show this label.
You know what? I actually never noticed that.
That's because you're an idiot. Look at this.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Crack it.
Just
Let's see what we got.
You slam it down.
Slam it down. See what we got.
Now you want me to crack it.
Yeah,
You're
crack
a horrible human being.
It's gonna be delicious.
So IPA, 5.5% alcohol. It comes in cans. It comes in tall cans now.
Yeah.
I believe it's gonna be coming in bottles.
Tall cans aren't listed yet, but it's coming. It's coming. Mike, if you're paying attention, it's coming.
Look at that nice hazy pour there. That's awesome. That's really nice.
That's lovely.
That's really nice.
Let me hold it up. Let me just hold it up to the later. Yeah. It's a nice thing. A little bit ahead. Oh, it's gorgeous. All right, Danny boy, why don't you try that and let me know what you think?
Let's do that. Just lining up.
Again, people, prost.
Oh, it's nice. It's good and fruity.
Melon.
Yeah, you get nice melon in there. You get the kind of easy citrus fruits, not the big ones, right? A little lemon.
Cantaloupe. It's a juicy IPA. It's what you would expect from something really late, but this is definitely, they're killing it, these guys, man.
And you know what? What you get on the nose is a lot what you get in that first sip. You get some gentle hop. You get melon.
Bang.
Almost like a grape.
Yep.
It's refreshing.
Yep.
In that sense, this is a great IPA to have a few of. This is an easy one to pick up a 6-pack of, and you're not gonna be tired of it.
There is one thing I want to chat about, Danny boy.
Yeah.
How do people? Because we're very often, because we export, we get caught in the game of trying to showcase how Asians, in general, air quotes, discover beer. Mm-hmm. How do we discover beer in the Pacific Northwest?
Well, let's talk about how they do it in Asia real quick. It's different. A lot of it's different in every country. But we're going to talk about, say, Thailand, for example. Facebook is huge. Yeah. So what happens a lot of time before people go out, first of all, they're looking up on Facebook, seeing what's going on at different bars, or seeing what other people are drinking. They're looking at what those people are drinking, and then they're looking that up. Essentially, they're looking through online, through either rating systems or through Facebook.
Right.
They're looking at already where they're going to go and what they're going to drink, and that's decided before they even leave the house.
Right.
I don't think that is really the case here in Vancouver.
But hold on, why do you think they do that? Well, I know why.
Well, they do it because it's very expensive.
Exactly. Beer is so damn expensive over there that you can't afford. Like, if you're going to go to a tasting room here, you can try 4, 5, 7,
Now, this is if you're going
beers.
out for craft beer. If they're going out for some beers, they're drinking Chang for super cheap and whatever. You get the same.
Right.
It's the same 3 beers that you get at every single restaurant in Asia, or even certainly in Thailand. So that's not the case. This is when they're going out for beers. It's kind of like when you go out for a really fancy dinner, right? I always like to go online. I like to go to the restaurant and I like to figure out what I'm going to eat. I want to know what their specials are. I look at some reviews because I'm paying, $30, $40 for a meal, right? So when you're paying, anywhere between $10 and $25 for a beer, it makes sense to do the same thing.
Yep.
So here in British Columbia, certainly in Vancouver, how do people? I'd like to hear what people think. Write into us. How do you decide what you're going to drink? I know for me personally, a lot of times when I go out with some friends or with the wife, we like to go hit up a bunch of brewers. And in that sense, you figure out where you're going to go just simply by proximity.
But so you're experimentally tasting, meaning you're going in not necessarily knowing what you want to drink, and then from there you just choose.
Yeah, but for $9, I can get a flight and try 4 different beers.
Yeah,
I'm always doing flights. A lot of times
expensive.
I'll do a flight and then I'll just maybe do a pint after that.
Right.
Or I'll go opposite. If I'm thirsty, if I'm on the bike, going from place to place, I like to get there, maybe have a quick lager or something like that, and then
to start things off.
To kick it off.
To kick it off.
Right.
All right.
Always wear a helmet.
You don't wear a helmet because you're an idiot.
My hair's hard enough.
Yep. Okay. That makes sense. I think there's a couple things that also play into people's minds. The beer geeks definitely check Beer Advocate, rate beer. It's a big thing here. I think ratings in general carry more weight and significance in Asia, but people who are there do. I'm honest. Like people do use rate beer, and they do use Untapped and Beer Advocate to rate these beers and
do you
see
think
what's
people
working.
here are going to these rate beer sites? I see it more as a sport, almost just chat to blog about it. It's not necessarily to find what you want to go. It's not like I'm going to go on rate beer to go find a beer and then I'm going to go find that beer.
No,
you might discuss it, you might look at it, see what's out there, and if you see it, it might click, okay, I'm going to try that beer.
Right.
But it's not necessarily, I'm going to go find that beer because of it. I think that's more of how it's actually done in Thailand.
No, I agree. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense.
But that's interesting. I'd like to hear from other people as well.
Yeah.
It's tough because I've been in the industry for 20 years or whatever, right? So I was a beer rep for a long time. Yeah. I walk into a liquor store and see things differently. I always have to kind of check myself and think of how I look for wine.
Right.
And that's kind of a better idea of how a consumer actually operates. I walk into a store and I'm thinking, what is my buddy down the street who's brewing whatever? Let's go look for his beer. I'm going to go get Nate and Steve's Postmark, or I'm going to go get Mike's Parallel 49. Right. That kind of thing, right? Yeah. I'm also looking at brand blocking, seeing how Molson Coors and Budweiser are getting dominated out there, and I like see the fridge is shrinking. That's kind of what I'm looking at, right?
Right.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. I want to talk about one other thing that really annoys me.
Yes.
Like, uber annoys me.
Is it when I don't look at the camera and you keep pointing at the camera for me to look at it?
So honestly, my Untapped profile is better than your Untapped profile. Cole Harper, you're also online. What's up, guys? We love you. This annoys the hell out of me. So recently, it was just Halloween. Halloween in North America. No, serious.
This is bullshit.
This is bullshit. Right. Halloween in North America, people, it's a holiday where people go out, they dress up, and all their kids get candy. Reese is a normal thing. Reese used to have actual regular-sized peanut butter cups. Open this thing, Dan. Open this.
Open this.
It's bullshit. Like, this is... I understand they're treat size.
Look how small it is.
That is not a Reese peanut butter cup, people.
It should be like that big.
This is bullshit. I hate it. It drives me freaking insane.
Yeah. Now,
anyways.
I'm going to pose a question to you.
Yeah.
If you could get 30 of the bigger ones for the same price and you could get 60, would you get the 60 or the 30?
30.
I have a cheap wreck. I'd get the 60.
You're fucked. No, you want something to bite into. This is not even a one-bite thing.
But it's to give away.
It doesn't matter, man.
Oh, come on.
You don't know. If you're a fan of these fucking things and you don't want to give away shit.
That is my number one.
It's because it's the best candy, and this is bullshit. Like I bought a bag of these from wherever the hell it was, and they gave me this. This is just. You know what? Look at this. Hey, this is what I think of you, Reese.
Oh, I totally would have ate that.
Yeah, fuck you. All right. Let's go back to it, bud. Let's go back to it.
I would have ate that.
I know. Okay.
All right. Let's get into a little filthy, dirty IPA.
Okay.
What's just this grungy-looking pig on there? 7.2% alcohol. Here's the tall can.
Cole Harbour.
I like the look of tall cans better than number one.
Well, you just got a better canvas, man. You got a better canvas. This is gorgeous. Nice little cap on top there, and some info. It's time to get down and dirty, people. This West Coast IPA may be full of filthy amounts of fruity and tropical hop character, but it's nothing but clean on your palate. Nothing. Good for you guys. I was going to call him on it. Okay. I like this. It is definitely, I would say, in air quotes, a drier.
Slamming the beers, man.
Sorry, bud. It's definitely a drier, more Cascade flavored hop. It's not as juicy as what we just had. This puppy over here. but I'm going to lay them next to each other, Danny boy. And I want to see the haze versus the clarity.
Haze.
Number one. So this is clearly apparent. Do you understand, people? That is a hazy IPA, less filtered. They still put it through a centrifuge, don't they? For the Trash Panda? I'm pretty sure they do.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
And
They
this
put
is
centrifuge is just getting rid of the big chunks.
right.
Pretty much, it's pretty crazy if you don't put your beer through a centrifuge. But it's not
Do you
actually
understand?
filtering it, right?
Do you get the difference as I shake my camera, people? Okay. Let's get the notes of aromatics here. What do you got, Dan?
Definitely bigger on the nose, way bigger in the hoppy front than the Trash Panda. These are two totally different beers. Different beers. I would call a Trash Panda more of like an ISA type of thing, actually.
Fair enough. IPA House of Beers. I love these guys. What's going on, guys? We're doing the Trash Panda, which is that puppy. A juicy, hazy IPA versus the IPA Filthy Dirty IPA.
Is Sea to Sky beer on?
Not yet. He'll
I
come.
dig that guy. I was checking out his profile. He's just a beer drinking dad like me, man.
Yeah, I know.
You know, just chilling in the mountains.
You want to
I
go
was in the
bro
mountains
out?
last weekend?
You're gonna bro out. I get it.
I could bro.
He's gonna come here eventually, most
Yeah,
likely. Yeah,
I'll bro down.
He'll party
I'll
with
bro
us.
down, for sure.
This is much more. I would say
It's bigger on all fronts. It doesn't have that melon thing to it. It's certainly more on the citrus side, a little more orange, a little more lime.
it's got more of
But
it packs a bit more of a punch.
But
in my
it
opinion.
needs that because it's one's 5.5 and the other's 7.2.
Yeah.
Just big difference there. Totally different beers. Totally different beers.
Yeah.
They've done a great job.
Okay, let's talk about China. Now this is done. Danny,
Let's talk about China.
we are shipping a container to China, Dan. What do you want to talk about?
We are. This is a good moment for us. We have a wonderful partner, and we're shipping a container to China. But we want to talk about the consumers in China, and talk about how people buy. We were just talking about how people buy and how people purchase in Thailand. We were talking about how people do it here. Let's talk about China. So,
Okay.
we recently just went to a great information session called Go China Forum, and
Put on by McKinsey.
and we got
Shout
some,
out
some
McKinsey.
wonderful information from them. And one of them, it was good timing because it was just coming up on November 11th. And November 11th there is called Singles Day. And we talked about this last time. But now that it's happened, we can talk about the numbers that were just put out here. So, Garrett, hit me with some numbers, man.
Okay, this is what's insane.
So first of all, sorry, let me back up. Sorry.
Oh, you
Don't
bastard.
hit me yet.
You
Don't
bastard.
hit me yet.
All right,
So
go.
what this is it's Black Friday on steroids. You think Black Friday in the States is crazy? This is Black Friday on steroids because it's online. So what people can do is they can fill up the shopping carts online and they can hit buy on Singles Day
For stupid cheap.
for stupid cheap.
So it's about 6 times the revenue, the global revenue from Black Friday and Cyber Monday. There's 11. It's hard because some websites go 11 days leading up to Singles Day, and Alibaba, for example, which is the largest one, only does it on Singles Day. Nonetheless, they've recorded $26 billion, billion with a B, okay, on Alibaba alone, Dan.
That was just Alibaba alone. And so put it in perspective, in the United States on Black Friday, about $3.6 billion of product was spent.
So
26
25
million on one website. That's
one
insane.
website, 25 billion. Then that's one website. The number 2 website, which is called Tencent,
Yeah.
did 19 billion. Okay,
Crazy.
then there's
Tencent
about
is WeChat, right?
yeah. There's about 5 other different companies that are also so it makes it, they estimate, between a 65 to an 80 billion dollar market event every day, all online.
Day.
That's
One
fucking
day.
insane.
One
I'm sorry,
day,
that's fucking
80 billion.
nuts. Anyways,
50 times what Black Friday is.
so that's Jingdao, that's
50 times.
Alibaba. Anyways, it's for us being in the beer business. Obviously, if you can find a wholesaler that is participating in this Black Friday sale and get your beers listed online, that's huge, right? Because obviously these online websites don't necessarily have warehousing space. So that's our mission. So for 2018, we're going to get in there for sure. But what's also interesting, a nice little stat, is that the Canadian government, the General Council, got a permit from a Nova Scotia lobster farm. Okay?
Yeah, this is crazy.
They got a permit from a Nova Scotia lobster farm to
It was all
farm.
done through like TCs,
Trade commissioners,
in China. It was
They
pretty
got
impressive.
so they got the permit and they launched Canadian lobsters on Singles Day in China, just on Jingdao. Okay, only one website. They sold 140,000 fucking Canadian lobsters. 140,000 lobsters
That's crazy.
in one day.
So how does that work? Because I mean, obviously the lobsters have to be fresh. So the fishermen are like, "Holy crap!"
Literally offshoring right away, like shipped instantly. Yeah,
But how? But so all those were caught.
yeah.
So who didn't get any lobsters in the world?
I don't know.
At the rest of the world? Canada? They took all of Canada.
Canada's just gone. Just destroyed our shores in one day.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's insane to me. Like, that's... So it's funny. I was having dinner with my parents, and
I don't understand how you
I was talking. I was having dinner.
The demand. Like, how is the supply there?
I was having dinner with my parents and one of my mentors on Friday evening, last Friday, and we were talking about online commerce. We were talking about Alexa skills, Google Home, how audio is going to make a huge advent, and then we got talking about e-commerce. And the big thing for me, I mean, audio. In my opinion, like in 10 years, no one's going to use phones. Or they'll use their watches, but the actual attachment that you have to your phone, i.e. staring at a screen and interacting with the screen, will change. You wear an earring that is connected to your phone, you'll have built-in things. Like, there's a lot of things and technologies that are already being experimented with right now in order to alleviate... No,
they're a hologram.
They alleviate your attachment to the phone. That's the next consumer cycle. Anyways, we were talking about this, and we were talking about e-commerce. And what the argument my mom made, partly because she's scared of technology, but partly because she just doesn't understand, is she was claiming that no matter what, she still wants to be able to go to the store and buy an avocado because she wants to choose it, that it's ripe or whatever like that. And I said yes. But in 10 years, no. Because the time that you took... Yeah, but I know you buy your stuff online through Save-On, right? Exactly.
I park it, Save-On, they run it out to my car.
Right. Time, as we go forward in life, time is going to be time already is the only valuable resource. That's why Uber doesn't trade on car rides. They trade on time. You don't have to wait for a cab. It's ready to go. It's much quicker. They save you time. Uber is selling time. All successful businesses will eventually start selling time versus actual products.
Yeah.
So we were talking about this back and forth, and my argument to her is that, number one, e-commerce is already growing huge. Walmart, I said, is going to be out of business in 10 years. Big box in general is going to be out of business. Walmart bought Jet.com, which is they essentially bought a company to try and absorb the e-commerce platform, whereas Amazon, they could have bought Amazon for a third of the price 10 years ago, right? They fucked up. Anyways, we had a huge conversation on this, and the
less than it was like a tenth of the price.
Yeah, the main takeaway is that online commerce, whether you are a person who wants to go in store and actually interact with the product and see it, pretty soon you're going to realize that in order for all of these online commerces to compete against each other, right, there's going to be no value to going in a store and shaping an avocado, because all the avocados will be good. Do you know what I mean? Like, the barrier to commercialization from an e-commerce site to a retail site, e-commerce has to step up their game, and they will the more people start shopping online. Does that make sense?
It does. It does, absolutely. And if you told me 5 years ago that I was going to be buying all my groceries, my wife and I would be buying all my groceries online, I would say you're crazy. Now, we still go to produce shops and bakeries and stuff like that.
Because you're hipster.
Time, but it's like 90% of the groceries that we buy online.
Yeah.
I wonder, speaking of me being hippie, do you think, I think that would have a positive impact on, say, the environment?
If logistics companies can offshore and consolidate some sort of way to increase
because in warehousing you're working in bulk.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if it's more efficient, if you have more efficiencies in terms of shipping, then yes, absolutely. You get cars off roads, you get people less in stores. It's cheaper for sure.
Yeah. You're going to have a lot more delivery, but I think those delivery vehicles, if you look at a lot of delivery vehicles, I heard an interesting stat the other day that by halfway through this century, 15% of the vehicles on the road will be electric. I'm getting off that. I think that's low. I think that's low. I really wish that was higher. But you look at the delivery vehicles. Most delivery vehicles are moving to electric just simply to save on gas. You're crazy.
2 points. 2 points on that.
2 points.
Number one, if you follow Elon Musk on Instagram or Twitter or fucking anything, he just posted that he's getting into the electric truck game, and he has a conference coming in the next whatever. I think it's next week.
Well, self-driving electric
trucks,
semi-trailers.
Yeah. So pay attention to that, because Elon Musk's a genius, and he had a really good comment. Someone was saying, just a truck, and he said, it's not just a truck, it's a truck that transforms, fights aliens, and makes a hell of a latte. Fucking awesome, because Elon Musk's awesome. That's number one.
I just don't, I'm not sure if he's good or evil yet, because most evil villains, the best evil villains, start as good, and their public profile is that they're good.
But number two.
I think he's evil.
Number two.
But I'll follow.
Which was also in the news, which is also awesome, is if anyone's been to the Philippines is moving all their jeepneys. You know those trucks that drive around that they're essentially buses, but they have all decals and stuff all over them. Yep. They're all going electric, by the way. Also fucking cool. Anyways, everybody, that's all we got to chat about today. We want to thank Parallel 49, you lovely bastards. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for making some great beers. Again, we'll do a nice little shot of those boys. Danny boy, anything else to add?
Tuesday, Wednesdays, Fridays. Tune in, guys. We'd like to have a chat. We chat everything beer. We talk a little bit about the beer. We talk a little bit about the business. We talk a little bit about Reese's Pieces peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
Get it together.
Right.
Pick it up, boys. Get it together.
You gotta have something for the kiddies, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, John and Roy, for not suing us. And
Packard Beer Club. Packard Beer Club.
Packard Beer Club. If you like what you see, if you want to
want
try
those?
some of these beers, and you are a blogger or a beer taster overseas, shoot us a DM.
Get at us, bro.
We'll send you some of these beers. We'll literally ship them halfway around the world for you to try them out free of charge. As long as you go on and post in LinkedIn and tweet us and tag us and do all these things.
All right. Love you, boys. Signing off.
Cheers.